Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you're all having a fabulous day with your family and loved ones. And I just wanted to have a little toast with my family on YouTube. And you know what? I actually popped this on camera a few minutes ago. And guess what? There was no sound. It was devastating because it was really going to be nice. But Merry Christmas, my loves. As I said, you have seen the title of the video, but there is sprinkles of fairy dust and love all in this video. Some of you are just going to love it. And some of you might go, ooh,
I hate it forever.
But I just wanted to say Merry Christmas. Thank you for being here in 2022. And going forward into 2023, I wish you all the love, peace, happiness that you deserve. And I hope you'll stick with me. I'll stick with you. Thank you for being with me in 2022. And I hope you're having the most beautiful day with loved ones. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, I might have to go for a little afternoon snooze after this beauty, but I hope you're having a nice one wherever you are. And today I donned my red earrings for the festive season, red handbag. You know, I was feeling Christmassy. I love Christmas. So today, I am not bringing you any sort of Christmas Grinch. I am bringing you love and fairy dust. And you know what? Merry Christmas, you dirty rascals. Hi everybody and welcome back. Yes, today we are talking about all the handbags I lost. But if you read the extension of that, you would have seen it's kind of hypothetical. We are having a discussion today that I actually saw on Hannah from Hello Catwalk City's channel. I love Hannah. I love her clarity of thought and all the rest of it. And when I saw her video, I thought, oh my God, this is brilliant because it's something I've been thinking about recently. As you will have known with my past few videos, I've talked about 7 reasons why, you know, not to buy luxury, why I'm so overdone with luxury in certain terms, not completely, but just to bring up the discussion. So when I saw this video, I thought, yes, I love this. I love opening debates on these kind of topics, and it just makes us think, it prepares us for the future, it makes us be more strategic in our decisions, and it helps all of you, and it helps me. So why not have a chat? Sit there, relax, sit there with your family members, bring them all in, let's have a chat. Let's go. Do you like her earrings or just look at the state of her? So Merry Christmas, everyone who doesn't love Christmas. I hope you do. Before we go any further, my Christmas shout out is to Guidre Bay. Mwah! Merry Christmas, Guidre. I hope you're having a fantastic Christmas. And the fragrance of today, my ladies and gents, is none other than we are with this red theme. So I haven't discussed this on my channel before, but I've worn this since I was about 18 years old. She is all the florals. She's warm, spicy, woody, all of the white florals. She's got like tuberose in there. She has jasmine in there. She's orange blossom. She's rose. She's just, and then she goes down and she's more woody with the amber and the musk and the sandalwood and the vetiver. She's got so many notes in there. Something for everybody. And I just felt like being a little bit nostalgic today since it's Christmas Day. And I thought, you know what? This reminds me of my youth. This reminds me of my mother. My mother wears this one as well, and it is a beauty. She's not too expensive. And of course, as always, the notes will be on screen. Now, yes, when I watched Hannah's video, and I will link it down below, and I will also link the article this came from. It came from Credit Suisse. And basically, Credit Suisse, and stick around because handbag lovers, and if any of you got a handbag for Christmas, you lucky duck.
I'm lucky, I'm privileged, and I'm blessed.
So I hope you're sitting there with your beautiful handbag, you know, donning her, maybe going to the church, maybe going for a walk, maybe going into the town to just sport your new look. Enjoy her, honey. And Credit Suisse came up with they did a study. And this is one study in, you know, just put it into perspective in the universe out there. So what the posing question that Hannah put was, if, like anything, your handbags were worth absolutely zero tomorrow, like say the housing market, we all know that we live in an unstable environment, an unstable economy. The world doesn't know what it's doing with itself right now, so anything could happen. So in my thoughts was, well, yes, that's true, but preparation is key. And also information is power. I'm going to tell you what I would do and what I think would be the best thing for us all to do together. As you know, I've been downsizing my collection in the last year. I had 37 designer handbags. I now have 20 and I'm not done yet, but it's getting very, very difficult because most of what I have in my collection right now is what I absolutely love and adore. There's possibly, I won't even say 3, maybe 2 that I'm like, woo, but I'd love to get it to 15 because of the risk value, the risk, the security, I want to travel, and I've talked about this all before. Now, I have my Birkin here today for eye candy, but also for information purposes, because this bag is one of the bags that Credit Suisse talked about. Birkin and the Hermes Kelly. They also talked about the Chanel, of course, and basically said that these heritage brands are collectible investments. And that's very important because like other investments would be like stocks, shares, real estate. If you just want straight money back, they are investments, okay? But there are then collectible investments that there could be intrinsic value in there that you could get to use and enjoy, and also you are making a bit of money on your handbag, possibly as you resell it. So it's a very interesting discussion. But what would you do if you were told tomorrow, in the next year, in the next 18 months, whether, oh my God, you know what, your 10 grand handbag is worth zero. What are you gonna do now? Like, it's so interesting. And actually, I've been thinking about that. Like, you know, we all look and you go, oh my God, there's a lot of value in there. And what if it's actually worth nothing tomorrow? And you strive for this handbag and you save for it. Now, there is an argument to say this could happen with anything, Viv. It could happen with your house. It could happen with your stocks, your shares. Real estate goes up, comes down. As I say, what goes up must come down. And so I just think, well, yes, that is true. And if you're into taking a little bit of risk, there's always going to be that kind of element involved. So I just think that it is interesting to know or prepare yourself that if indeed that does happen, would you just go, right, I'm going to sell all of my handbags, try and get my money back? Would you go, no, I'm holding on to them on because like the real estate, it'll come back. It'll come back. So in 20 years, it's a circular kind of economy. So in 20 years, they'll be worth something again. Or would you not care? Are you the kind of person who just wants to enjoy their handbags, just wants to wear them, just wants to kind of absolutely, you know, get your value out of everyday wear, cost per wear, and all the rest of it, because there is a lot to be said for that as well. And I would love to hear your comments down below as to what you would do, or what you do even when it happens in real estate or anything, and any other kind of investment like that.
I don't know.
So they went on basically saying that handbags have gone up 92% in the last 10 years, right? They have outperformed on art and jewellery. Can you imagine? When did we ever think we'd see that day? Now, what they haven't outperformed on are wine. Now, I know this is a little bit of champagne, but you know, wine, whiskey, and cars. And I can see that with all the celebs like Graham Norton and Kylie Minogue, and it can go on and on and on. People and celebrities bringing out their own wines, excuse me, champagnes. So obviously they know that there's money involved in those commodities. So anybody who's out there and has got a handbag today, you may be happy to know now it's not all families of handbags. As I mentioned before, it's really your Hermes, Birkin, Kellys and Chanel's that there may be a value in that. But as I said, we don't know. We can't predict the future. All we can do is try to prepare our best. The most classic ones, they're the ones that are kind of, you know, sticking around with the quality and they're well made and all the rest of it. The things that I think I would do, I would definitely, there would be forever keep handbags in my collection. Like, I adore this bag, and I think I've told you before, I can't actually believe how much I'm using this bag. Now, obviously it's not an everyday bag, but every time I want to go out, I want to reach for this bag. And I want to congratulate my daughter, Katie. She got signed to an agency the other day. I know she was signed to one before, but there was politics involved in that, but she got signed to an agency the other day, and I brought this beauty in. So I was delighted with that. And I just think she's such a beautiful, beautiful handbag that I will have hopefully forever. Then there's a second category of handbags that I have in my collection, and I think this is the way it would be helpful for you as well, that you might kind of categorize, put them into kind of a box A, box B. Well, the box B is, do I use it? How often do I use it? Do I even like it anymore? And is it out of date? And then I would let go and be pretty brutal. And you could do this in your closet as well. Be pretty brutal about what you're let going. You're not using it. It's out of fashion. You just don't particularly like that bag anymore. I would let go of all the kind of maybe bags. Now, be very careful, because if you make hasty decisions, you may regret it, and you don't want to have, you know, regrets. You don't want to have buyer or seller's remorse, any of that. It's a very, very difficult process. And so I wouldn't recommend you running out and selling everything immediately, because sometimes, if you ever notice this, even when you're shopping, it depends on the mood you're in that day. You could be in a very hasty, productive mood one day and go, right, that's it. I listen to Viv, I listen to this person, I listen to that person, and I'm selling everything. It's all out, because they'll probably lose it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take your time, enjoy your beauties, just be very, very careful. Take a very strategic strategic and calculated mindset in how and approach how you're going to go about this whole thing. They are also called passion assets. You know, it makes sense. They're passion assets. There's a risk reward. We get a reward, we get an enjoyment out of these handbags, which is why I love collecting them. And Hannah kind of said the same. We get to use them every day. We get to go to restaurants. We get to bring them out. You can't do that with stocks and shares and investments and real estate. They just sit there. They're very important, of course, but there's a lovely risk reward to handbags. They are apparently less volatile than commodities and bonds. So basically, again, it goes back to our world is changing. Very, very different, unstable environment out there, as you know, in the economy. Perception of luxury could change. Who knows? It could be completely relevant to people, as I said in a previous video, in the future and go, what the hell were we thinking about? Handbag market could completely crash, worth nothing, and you're sitting there going, oh my good God, if there was, God forbid, the recession, the way the world's going. So, it's only as good as the market. So the likes of Bottega, the likes of Balenciaga, the way that we've all changed, and the minute that people decide, because people can be kind of, you're one day you're this kind of decision and next day you're that decision, and they can change their minds. And so we can decide who's in and out of flavor, who's popular this month and who's not. That's how volatile they can be. So it's another thing to think about. So basically they're great. They're a good hedge against inflation as well. And that is something to think about. Look, it's just a talking point. It's just a conversation to have. It's just something to think about while you're enjoying your handbags. As I said, maybe it's an idea and reality check to kind of go, I don't need 40 handbags. Maybe I'll just reduce my risk by having 20 or 15 and more curated and more strategic, more calculated kind of decisions that we make going forward in the world that we live in every kind of field that we're in. I think it's an important conversation to be had. I want your comments down below. I really want to hear what you think on this one. And also, before you go to have your dessert, your tiramisu, your Christmas pudding, watch all the love movies on the TV, because that's what I'm going to do. I want to give you a shout out to Rose Forever in New York. Look at these beauties and just say thank you. It's not sponsored. They sent me these beauties and I have a code for you that will give you $25 off these beauties. They are fresh roses that have been dried. They last for a year and they are just stunning. I'll leave the link for their website down below. They're so beautiful. Look at the color of these. They would cheer anybody up. So the code I will put on screen now, it's Vivienne25 for $25 off if you'd like that. As I said, it was a gift from Rose Forever. So thank you very, very much, guys. And if you would like a beautiful display in your home or to gift it to anybody else, please use my code and avail of it. It's something nice for you guys going into the new year. So that's it, my dear friends. I want to know what you would do if your handbags and your loves, or would you even care? You just buy them for you. That's the attitude to have. Enjoy your Christmas day. I'll be back in a few days. And until then, be kind, be safe, and be compassionate. Cheers. Happy Christmas.